I got it. Turn on.
Yeah.
So this.
Interesting. I don't think it's ever done that in years
That's
past.
what? It just.
Interesting. Thank you.
Oh, oh, yeah.
Yourself?
No, front row, so nice. Everybody wants it.
Yeah.
Just like church.
Yeah.
Mine,
Hey, okay, how are you?
like, I will walk right up and sit in the front row at church now. and not-
Deanna, when we open it up for public input,
Music stuff, you get stuff.
you have 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
It won't take that long.
Okay.
Or if it were Kyle in his wheelchair, that's just stuff on the front row.
Yeah. I can do it.
Yeah. Maybe it's the angle of the chairs or the height.
I hurt myself when I did the splits at Papa Do's. Trying to show off. I did.
Okay, 2-minute warning. Got a couple minutes, we'll start.
So I go to 6 weeks. I've been 6 weeks and then I can do it. Oh, well. One more thing to do. She walked out from the I didn't bring a leg for that fall.
Right? Good place to go.
Yeah, they sure were.
Yeah, it's down here in the right-hand corner. Lower. Pretty accurate, too. Okay, I've got 6:30. I'll call the meeting to order. And we will start with the pledge to the flag. Got it? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh.
Okay. Have my board members had a chance to read the minutes that was sent to your inbox of the last meeting?
Yes.
Any corrections or changes? If not, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I make that motion.
Okay, can I get a second, please? Second. Got a second from Glenn. All those in favor signify by saying aye, please.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Thank you. Okay, we have 3 funeral deeds. Also, the payroll vouchers, monthly bills, and the annual finance report. So the payroll vouchers, monthly bills, and finance report were provided in an email. And it looked like the finance report came straight off of Gateway.
And that's a copy of you of the signed copy
Okay,
of your report.
so I'll entertain a motion to approve the funeral deeds, the adjustments, payroll vouchers, monthly bills, and annual finance report.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, motion from Jen. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second from Glenn. All those in favor signify by saying aye, please. Aye. All opposed? Thank you. We'll get the funeral deeds going. Is there any particular place to sign on that Gateway report?
Just on the front page
Okay.
there on the bottom is fine. There's no signature line.
Go ahead and send that down to Gloria. Okay.
You all should sign.
We
All of them? Yeah.
Did I
We
miss
all
him?
have to sign it?
Oh, we do?
Okay, yeah.
Do I have to sign it?
Anywhere.
Just anywhere?
Anywhere on the bottom. Sorry.
And I need to sign it.
I'll get it back in.
Next one. Turn that down. Next on the agenda is to update the fishing permit for the town lakes. Was there any changes to the verbiage? Is this just to get the new board signature?
Yeah.
Okay,
It says to renew it every year. I don't know. I don't know if there's a date. I don't remember.
well, there is a date for when we signed it. So this is the fishing permit that we asked people to fill out and sign, and they want to fish out at the town lake. So I'll move that we go ahead and sign a copy that gets all of our new board signatures on it. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All
Aye.
opposed? Okay. So this is just to get our board's signature on it, and they'll make copies and give it out. Spencer, if you want to come on up. You're next.
Good evening, everybody. I have a brief update to share for our wastewater and water sampling projects here in Westport. For the wastewater project, Trigo has performed no significant construction progress in the last 30 days. However, the Striegel has set the new generator, the diesel generator has been taken off, so that's not a worry anymore. Gas service, I believe, is expected to, the work for that is expected to begin mid-February, and the lift station is expected to be online by the end of February.
Okay.
We had a meeting last week with USDA to facilitate the approval of outstanding pay requests and change orders. I believe we have no outstanding pay requests, but we do have 2 outstanding change orders, one for the directional drilling work and the SAGAR.
The USDA lady, Charlene, what's her last name?
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater.
Thank you. I was thinking Charlene Brown, but that's, yeah, Charlene reached out to me and asked for some kind of a conference call with the town about the change orders. I gave her the option of calling in tomorrow during my office hours or another day, and I have not heard back from her yet. So Rachel did let me know that Charlene may be asking for that.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I think that there's a conversation that they wanted to have about change order 3, about the timeline of all of that, which I don't think we've scheduled that meeting yet. But so IDEM also has returned a permit. We resubmitted a new permit a few months ago, and that was approved last week for the SAGAR technology and the new location for the smaller footprint.
good. I saw the email, but I have not opened it and read it yet.
That was
Thank you.
approved. For the rest of the week, Striegel will be on site at the lift station doing miscellaneous tasks like installing the handrail and the ladder to the new generator, stuff
Okay.
like that. For the water sampling project, we have moved on to monthly testing. The first monthly test was taken in January, on January 13th, and February's test will be taken tomorrow. We've received results back for the first 8 weeks of testing. We've completed our analysis of those first 8 weeks, and we're looking to share that report with the town council. John and I are looking to schedule that. I believe we're trying to make a Tuesday work for office hours, but
Yeah.
I don't believe that we've settled on a date for that yet, but that is upcoming.
Okay. Any questions for Spencer while he's up here? The PFAS, the report is being finalized. Cliff Notes version, they did detect some PFAS in the water. I don't know whether it was raw water or finished water, and they want to review it in my office hours before they present it to the public. So, and I've got no problem with that. All right. Anything else? All right. Thanks, Spencer.
Thank you.
Park Board, Tana, would you like to come up?
Hi,
Hello.
my name is Tana Decker, for the ones that don't know me. I'm the president of the Westport Park Board. Before I get started, I do have an attendance sheet that we have to have filled out, so we can pass that around for people.
Okay.
I'm here today for one of our focus groups. We've met so far with Kiwanis and the Business Association, and now we're meeting with the town board. Our biggest part right now is working on public engagement, getting the community's input on what they want to see, their opinions, their input, comments, concerns, anything related to the park. We have a survey that's available for the community to fill out. So far, we have 166 responses, which is huge. We're very thankful. So if you haven't filled it out, you can. The link is still active. There are several flyers, especially one by the door over there that has a QR code you can scan that you can fill it out there. We do have paper copies, I think, at the,
They're available at the town hall.
yeah, available at the town hall. We're basically just wanting to see what the community wants in terms of updates to the park, changes, what they use the most, what they think, would be great additions. We, in the surveys, the biggest responses that we've gotten so far is a fenced-in area for younger children to play, so they can't run, get out on the road, everything like that. A water fountain is big, a walking path, bike racks, stuff like that. But we also have to be, mindful and realistic whenever we're choosing things. We have 2 members of the Kiwanis on our board as well, and they've been really helpful in giving us input and guidance on what's worked in the past and what hasn't worked. So that's been extremely helpful. So I'm just here today to see if anyone has any comments or questions or anything for us.
On Facebook, the Jennings County Park Board
Okay.
is going through the same process of updating a 5-year plan to be qualified for larger grants.
Okay.
And they, even in the Facebook post, mentioned about some of the larger grants that aren't available this year.
Yes.
So the money situation might be a little more challenging, but
Mhm.
I don't think that should stop us from getting the plan done. So we've got it
Absolutely.
ready.
Yeah.
Uh,
That is what we heard from the SIRPC ladies. They talked to some people at the IDNR, and they did mention that a lot of the land and water grants, which are the grants that offer a lot of money, just are not available right now. That doesn't mean that we still won't work toward whenever those come back. Obviously, we want to try and get as much money as we can to update our park and to have the best outcome possible. But we are still making plans for if we can only get a little bit of money. We want to show the community that we're serious and that we want to make any change that we can with any amount of money. So,
And the one thing I've noticed when I've read the comments and stuff that you showed me, we've not had a lot of nonsense.
yes.
These
Yeah.
people, the people in the community are seriously looking forward to this. And
Absolutely.
the comments are, like a 20-foot tower where the kids can see all of Westport. I mean, we're not seeing outrageous stuff. We
Yeah.
are seeing sincere from small to large.
Yes.
So, and that's very encouraging.
Yes,
Very
it is.
encouraging.
People are being pretty realistic. We want to see all ideas. We don't just want to see, these tiny little ideas. If we can get a good amount of money, then we want to see what people want so we can make those bigger changes possible. So,
The fund that I talked to you about,
mhm.
that the business association set aside for a shelter house down at the dam,
Oh, yes.
I made contact with First Financial. I got the balance in there. That's under the business association, but I will share it with you tomorrow
Okay.
at the meeting. I talked to Gloria about possibly setting up a non-reverting park fund,
Okay.
which would be a landing place for donations, kind of like what we did for the community building.
Hmm.
And that's possible. So things might be moving forward in that direction, and you might even get, if the other signers on the account are agreeable,
Okay.
you might get a little bit to work with yet this year.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see. I got to get the agreement. I think creating a landing place for it, that it can only be used for the park, I think will be a big selling point. If
Yeah.
I can
Absolutely.
assure them that that's where it's going to go. That's not going to disappear in some
Mhm.
big general slush fund or anything.
Right.
So we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. And I do want to mention that tomorrow is our next park board meeting at the town hall. Anyone's welcome to join. It's at 5:00. We like to hear people's opinions and their feedback, and for you guys to join in on our conversation too. So just we're open to anything, open to any ideas, any comments. So we're very receptive and
5:00 at the town hall. right?
yes. Yep.
Any questions for
that's it.
Tana? If you want to bend her ear after the meeting, I'm sure she'd be happy, her or Becky. Becky, raise your hand.
Yeah, Becky is our secretary. And then we also have Mike Gasper and Richard Young as our other board members. So
And they're doing a fine job.
thank you.
They are.
We appreciate it.
All right,
So-
thank you, Tana.
Thank you.
The Westport Police Department was next, and I thought Luke, oh, there he is. All right, you're hiding on me.
Adjust this so we go professional. Good evening, everyone. The Westport Police Department would like to ask the town board for approval of 2 new Dell in-car laptops. Ours became outdated. They're not working as they should. I do have the total cost for those 2 themselves of $3,235.22.
That's for both?
That is for both.
Wow.
And
Give me that
now,
number again.
yeah, $3,235.22.
Okay.
Now with the cigarette adapter being changed, you have to buy different adapters now to put in there. Those are $132 for both of them. So the total for everything is $3,367.22. There will be some kind of data transfer fee. It's unknown now through the IT department up with the county in Greensburg.
Okay.
So if approved, I'll call the tech department, Decatur County Tech Department, and they order them. They'll send an invoice to the town, and then the town will pay Dell directly. So
Okay.
they get some kind of discount there. We order through them. I don't know all that, but it's what Josh Stressler was telling me. So
Can we make that work? Okay, good. All right. One thing about technology, it always goes out of date, and you always got to update. I always hated that, but I'll make the motion that we approve $3,367.22 for 2 new laptops and chargers to go with them. Can I get a second?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Do we have the money?
Yes.
And it's in the Westport Police Department's fund?
Yes. Yeah, they have approximately 6,000 for operating equipment. So.
Okay.
All right.
Hey,
Would you
sounds
like
good.
to, would you like to second then?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'll third it.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye, please. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Thank you, sir.
all right, thank you.
Proceed. Okay, we have a couple of resolutions. Budget transfers. Gloria, can you say a little bit more about this?
When I prepare the annual finance report, we review the previous year, 2025, and any items that are slightly low or over budget, we try to balance so that the funds are fully balanced before we turn it into State Board of Accounts. So this is standard yearly paperwork. The transfers vary from year just depending on what fund is lower, higher, what have you. So the funds that are listed there are the ones that we are transferring to the other areas.
Okay, so I assume negative is where it's going out and the positive is where it's going into?
Yeah.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. I'll read them off here. We've got $400 going from cemetery salaries to cemetery utilities. Then we have $1,000 going from cemetery salaries to cemetery machinery. Then we have $17,000 going from Cume Capital Development, CCD storm drainage to CCD machinery. And then $9,000 general fund Marshall to general fund town repairs. Did I get it right?
Yes.
Okay. So this would be Town Council hereby authorizes the clerk to transfer immediately the amounts listed on the attached form, miscellaneous appropriation transaction list for December 31st, 2025. And this is all per resolution 2026-3. I'll make the motion that we approve resolution 2026-3. Can I get a second, please? or unless, does anybody have any questions? Got a second from Glenn? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye, please. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Okay. This one, Gloria, did they give you this 26-4? I don't think.
Yes. I
Okay.
just had to, it was a template and I had to enter our information into it. Whitney, her last name escapes me, but she sent it to us explaining that it is part of the grant that they're trying to obtain.
The reason I'm hesitating, Alex, we haven't ran this by you. The other board members, have you guys read this? It's a resolution committing to the goal of 0 traffic deaths and supporting participation in the county comprehensive safety action plan. There's an organization over in Columbus on Franklin Street. They do this essentially the same function as SIRPC. They're grant administrators, only they're coming at it from a traffic safety direction. This is basically saying, whereas the Future 3 Safety Action Plan Committee representing Rush, Decatur, and Henry County effort to create coordinated countywide safety action plan. Whereas these safety action plans will identify priority areas, reduce and ultimately eliminate roadway fatalities and serious injuries throughout the region. This should make us eligible for some grant funding. Damon, I was going to talk to the ladies over there about our street signs that are fading to see if maybe we could get some grant help. That would speak directly to traffic safety when you're not straining to see where you're going. Yeah, if you can see it. Would you like to scan this, Alex, and we can have Damon come up? It's one page.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
I don't
I
think
know I
there's.
looked at it.
Take a look. Yeah, go ahead.
Good evening. Couple updates. As Spencer had updated on the new, I've lost my train of thought. The new generator had been installed, and the goal was to take the old one and place it up here as a backup generator. One problem we have come up with, we're hoping we can be able to work around. During all this, we've discovered that this building, for some reason, is on a 400 amp service. I don't know why. I don't know what used to be here. They needed 400 amps. The problem is the old generator is only a 200 amp generator. So if we need 400 amps up here, it's going to be a no-go. I talked to Mike Gasper today. He says all the lights for the ballpark, the concession stand, and all that is on a totally separate meter. So he doesn't understand why we would need 400 amps in this building either, but that's what's feeding it. So hopefully we'll be able to get past that and do just a little bit of electrical work to get this down to 200 amps. Because I can't think of anything that this building would need 400 amps for. So I reached out to Duke today to get a peak analyzation chart of what was our peak times and how many amps did we pull for the whole past. They can go back 1 year.
Okay.
So as long as we don't exceed that 200 amps anywhere, I don't know why we couldn't change these two breaker boxes to feed off of 200 amps instead of 4. Mike just says all he can remember is when he did electrical work here that there was 200 amp boxes already installed. So that's what he worked off of. So it may have just been a glitch back in the day, because he can't think of any why there would have been 400 amps pushing into this building either. So
Theoretically, the way amps work, if you've got two 200 amp boxes, you would need the capability to feed both of those at the maximum, but I can't ever see that.
Or if
We
they
would
were
never
using
come
just a
near
second
that.
one as a sub panel, instead of putting a 100 amp or 60 amp breaker in there, they just
Yeah.
put 200 amp, because maybe that's what they had. We don't know. So
Hmm.
if we haven't exceeded that anytime, we should be fine to change it. Second thing I want to touch base on a little bit was the snow. I appreciate everybody's patience on that. What happened is 3 of our 5 plows had broke down. So I feel like with only having 2 plows most of the time, I feel like, we did a good job. Since then, I've gotten my plow fixed, the dump truck fixed, and unfortunately on the old red Chevy, they shipped us the wrong pump and motor. So I'm just waiting on the new one to come in if we can get that one back in service. But I think overall it went pretty good. I know we got a few complaints, but what snow do we not? Alleys were a big issue. But what people don't realize with alleys is, most towns don't do the alleys. It's not that we don't want to do them, but 1, they're gravel. 2, there's a lot of manholes and water pits in the alleys. You got to know where they're at. If not, we're going to cause a different issue. But normally during the big snow, we try to get to them, but I would be the first to say they are not priority. We're going to make sure all the other paved roads are open first. Then when we get time or the resources, we'll do the alleys. And in a big snow event, typical snow is 2 or 3 inches. We're not going to bother them. I mean, there's just nowhere to push it. Like I said, the manholes, the water meters, and they're so narrow. When we push that much snow, well, what's the next complaint we get? Well, you blocked me in. Do you want us to plow it or do you not? It's like, well, what direction do we go? So with this much snow, everybody's gonna be doing some shoveling. I mean, even on the main roads, we only got one place we have to push it's off the road, which is going to cover your drive. So it is what it is. We're doing our best. So hopefully we'll get the other snowplow fixed here soon, and got some ideas for next year to help out with the new equipment you guys gave us. Getting a snow box or 2 for them. I say 2 because they make them for backhoes too. So I don't know why we have never had one for that, but I would definitely like to see us get one for the skid loaders that work on the parking lots in downtown where there's parking. Clear them, then because we got to push it off the road ourselves, and then it goes into parking. So
I contacted the business association about the vacant lot downtown, and they gave us the okay to put as much snow on there as we could to have some place to pile it.
yeah, and we did utilize that. We put a lot up there. So
Yeah.
Other than that, I think we're good to go for now. So, I will have, with our recent IDM inspection, I'll have a lot of our emergency response plans and other plans to update. I was going to bring the emergency response tonight. It has been updated, but it'd be easier if we just wait and do them all one night and knock them all out. So hopefully
Okay.
by next month, we'll get them all done and
All right.
go from there.
Thank you. What do you think, Alex?
Well, looking at it, looks like my research online shows that U.S. Department of Transportation has allocated $1 billion for improvements.
Okay.
And so this entity that's been set up, the Future 3 Safety Action Plan Committee, is Rush, Decatur, and Henry County, basically is trying to get some of those funds to make improvements along the State Road 3, I-70, and I-74 corridors. And so that entity puts together a safety action plan that then is submitted, it sounds like, to U.S. Department of Transportation to try to get some of those dollars to make those improvements. So I'm assuming that by adopting this would show that, that committee is servicing, other entities within Decatur County, municipalities within Decatur County. The one question I have is how are those dollars then allocated? If there is a grant that's received by this Future 3 Safety Action Plan Committee, how are those allocated?
It makes me wonder, are we,
any representation at this point in time that Westport would have on that committee to apply for and receive those dollars, and then, have any input on the destination for those dollars.
I'm okay if we table this for a month. Do you think, because I would like to go over there and talk to them, and I won't be stinky about it, but are they, is this so they can check a box, or do we actually have a shot at possibly getting some dollars?
And
Does
it
this-
also looks like a lot of the dollars go to like metropolitan planning organizations. So like Columbus has it's called an MPO, Metropolitan Planning Organization.
Yeah.
That covers, it's a legal entity that's set up that covers a certain geographical area. And what it really is a funding mechanism to receive federal dollars that can then be used on local projects. And so I don't know if this is essentially in lieu of having MPO coverage here, or where the interplay will
Okay.
occur between those two things. But I think it'd be interesting to understand if those dollars are received, how are they allocated? Westport have any ability to have a say in that process?
If you're okay with waiting a month, I would be happy to drop into their office and ask a few good questions.
Because with the MPO, I know, for instance, they have representation from the beneficiaries on a lot of those committees. So, like Edinburgh and Columbus and.
I found their website, and Greensburg as a city is listed as an affiliate member or associate member or something. I don't, and I think even North Vernon may have been mentioned. But I want to do a little more digging.
And
Just
like with the MPO, there's always, everyone wants their project to be done, and there are plans that are put out, by the MPO for tackling bridge work and, different projects, so that can be done transparently. And so, Westport would generally want to be able to be asking those questions.
The pictures on their
we have projects
website,
that are on there.
where the people were predominantly grant writers, grant administrators, and they make their living, the organization, as being a grant administrator, and that's how they support. I didn't even know they existed, and I was on the board 12 years prior to this, and now I'm just learning about their existence, and they do the exact same thing that SIRPC does out of Versailles. So,
Is it ARA or?
yes.
Yeah.
I think that is the name of them. But I'd never heard of them before until this. Okay, should we make a motion to table that, or can we just make sure it comes back up on the, what do you think we
I'm
should?
making a motion to table, make
Okay.
the record clear.
I'll make a motion to table Resolution 2026-4. I will get in touch with the folks there in Columbus on Franklin Street, and we'll bring it back next month for a vote. Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you. All right. That is it for the agenda. I think we got a couple people from the audience here who would like to speak. We do typically ask you to keep it to 3 minutes if at all possible. Come on up, Devin. State your name for everybody and your address, please.
Devin Tomlinson, 204 North State Road 3. I apologize for having to be here instead of doing a meeting on a Tuesday. I have to get this, I'm in the middle of refinancing my house and have to get this clarified before I can continue. I already paid the initial fine that was about to be put on a lien on my house, but I have 3 more and probably January's, which is lost in the mail, as I've now had to talk to the post office about that. They're saying a due date of February 28th. I don't have that money,
Okay.
and it is a significant sum.
Yeah.
I need either leeway to pay it off over time or something.
What I would recommend, that
Um,
you have paid your initial amount. you are here talking to us.
Yep.
And I would be willing to make a motion that we forgive the September to now piece of the fine. And we need to get a gentleman's agreement from you that you'll keep your yard mowed next year. I think we might be able to get you some help to clean out the brush around the house. Some of the complaints have been critters, varmints living there. And Dolores, as long as they don't use power tools, could we get some help from the high school possibly?
Possibly.
If you'd give me the name, since I'm subbing out there now, I might be able to help coordinate that even.
Baseball coach, all I know to call him.
Baseball coach. We could.
But he's a real nice guy.
We could also get you names of local people that might give you an estimate to clean up. So we will work with you on trying to keep you off of our radar
Yeah.
for this next coming, for this year.
I appreciate that. I'm already working on removing a lot of that brush, including the wisteria plant, which I don't know why anybody would plant that, having
Okay.
fought with it every year. And the original, what I assumed was the tree that covered that light, has been removed.
Show what he paid today.
Up to September, or through September. I have,
That's the total amount you do. Both of which ones? Those two.
That one there.
That one there
And that one.
this one.
Yeah.
They were due in October. And then this is the,
Yeah, and the fact that it covers the fall and winter, I would like to be willing to forgive that, and we work with him up front. He's paid over half, which is a sizable chunk, if that's agreeable to my other board members. We are not in the business or interested in collecting fines, honestly. We want to get the properties cleaned up. I think you've been more than fair with us, and I want to continue to help you this coming spring and summer to clean the place up. And whether it be we get volunteer work, or if we can get some estimates that fit your budget, we'll provide names, phone numbers, so you have choices. Let you coordinate it as best you can. But I know you came down to town hall and talked to us before.
at the time, I had attempted to pay the fine, and it wouldn't even let me make a payment.
Online,
Yeah, it
Okay.
had completely locked me out and
Not
said we
surprised.
were,
not surprised.
you know,
But, so I'll make a motion that do I need to give the amount that's
You could
owed yet?
say you make the motion to waive invoice number 185.
Okay. Glenn, do you want to see invoice number 185? What
No,
it's
that's
for?
fine.
Okay. And
I have it right here too, so
Okay,
I'm
that's
willing to
fine.
hand you.
that's fine. We're not mean, we're not unreasonable, I don't think. You've done your part. Like I said, you came down, you paid today. There's still some on the books. Since you've paid a big chunk, I'm willing to wipe the other half off the books and try to work with you, like I said, this year to get the place cleaned up. Personally, I worry what all that brush around the house is doing to your foundation. Roots getting in there. I don't know what it's doing to the blocks. I mean, there's a lot of work that could be done, a lot of help that could be given. So
Where is this?
he is
located?
just south of the Dairy Queen, where Lincoln turns into Mulberry. He's a Bedford Stone
Okay.
I'm
right there. So,
literally next to him.
yeah, right next to the Dairy Queen.
And
So,
we've trimmed a bunch of that back here today even, so.
okay.
It's an ongoing project. It's just a lot and it just takes time. And a lot of it is we have to have time to burn off what we have before we start the next set because it's a lot.
Yeah. And as long as you burn normal brush,
Yes.
you're going to be okay. And John Gant from the fire department shaking his head, yes.
All right.
Don't put any mattresses on it. Don't put any plastics on it. No tires, please. If it's just brush, you're good to go.
Brush, cardboard. Just to clarify.
They prefer, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
And that doesn't cost anything Wednesdays and Saturdays. Do you know where the recycling center is here? We call it the dump, affectionately.
No, I don't. Actually,
Okay.
no.
We can show you on a map where that is. Recycling of plastics, glass, metal, cardboard, all free.
All right.
And we're open twice a week from 7 to noon, 8 to noon. When
All
it
right.
gets when it's real dark. So is it 7? Okay. So we'll get with you and make sure
That
you know
means
where
I can
that's
get home
at.
from work, pick or throw
available.
stuff in the car and take it over. So that works great.
Okay. Did,
You need a second.
I made the motion that we,
I'll second.
okay, to waive invoice 185, was it? Okay, I've got a motion and a second to waive that. All those in favor signify by saying aye, please. Aye. All opposed? Okay.
Thank
we're
you
ready
very
to start
much.
clean. Thank you. Okay, Deanna, would you like to come up? Chair officially recognizes Deanna Burkhart.
Do you want me to give my name and my
Please,
address?
and what you do.
Can I turn this a little bit,
Yeah.
please? Hi, my name is Deanna Burkhart. I live at 5699 South County Road, 550 East in Greensburg, Indiana. I'm currently on the ballot for Decatur County for County Council District Number 3, which is the southern end of the county. And I currently serve as in my second term on County Council. I'd like to say, well, first of all, my maiden name is Brady Water. We're fifth generation farmers in the Smyrna area of the county, so over kind of on the Napoleon side of the south part of the county. I'd like to say I'm from somewhere, but I'm not really from anywhere. Unfortunately, as a child, I moved a lot. So I lived 30 places by the time I graduated high school. So I say I'm from Decatur and Ripley County because I think 29 of those 30 were in Decatur and Ripley County. I do have connections here in Westport. I'm going to age myself by telling you I went to first grade at Sand Creek Elementary. Also lived above what's now Pizzalicious at that time, and have a lot of fun summer memories from the Westport Baptist Youth Camp, both as a camper and as counselor. I believe David Skaggs was one of the directors there when I was there. So I do have a lot of fond memories and a lot of connections to Westport, even though I'm the lady from nowhere. As a member of County Council, I've been very busy. Some of the committees I serve on, one is Emergency Management Agency with Brian. I also serve on the READY Committee and I'm on the board of the Economic Development Committee. Why those are important is they bring projects to our county. You may have heard of the community building that we're getting ready to open out at the fairgrounds. That's one of the projects that READY helped bring. Also served on the ARPA committee, which helped distribute over $5 million worth of federal funds for projects throughout our county. And currently, one of the most things I'm proud about is the Planning Commission. And the reason I am excited about being on the Planning Committee is one of my goals in my 2 terms so far as county counselor was to focus on not putting out fires, but on planning for future. And we've done a lot in the past 7 years that I've been on council. We have had a lot of research into our budget and looking at our budget and how we can better budget to use our funds better. We also, as I mentioned, have the planning committee that's looking at projects throughout the county so that we can know what our future needs are going to be and plan ahead for them instead of put out fires, which save us a lot of money. Something I'm very proud also to be, I'm currently serving as of January 1st as the president of the Indiana County Councils Association for the state of Indiana. So I work with over almost 700 council people around the state, and we're following legislation. In fact, I'm getting my phone's blowing up right now. There's legislation affecting our funding right now. So right now the cities are vying for some of the funding against the counties. And so looking at the big picture is very important because it affects us on a local level. And so having that voice and having someone from our community with that voice is very important. So all of those things being said, I really enjoy coming to your meetings. I've come to them off and on now for the past 2 terms that I've been here. I love seeing the passion that you guys have about your small community and listening to your leadership and watching all the time that they spend. I know Brian's been here, then not here, then back again, and really enjoy that. If you have any questions or want to just sit down and talk, I would be happy to do that. My phone number is 812-663-2460, and I sure hope you'll call me if you have any questions and consider vote for me for County Council District 3.
So the vote will be, there is a primary this coming May, and we'll be voting here in the big room like we always do. And Deanna will be on the ballot on the Republican ticket.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think I'll be your only local vote. There are only 3 opposed offices countywide, and they're all council, so they're all districts. So I believe I will be the only competitive race in the county for you guys,
Okay,
other than maybe some local boards or things like that.
right.
So when you say that you've got some things that you want to work for the future, are you talking about like the small city, the small towns, the small places that we have to improve their plight, to maybe help with cleaning up or a park, or are you involved in any of that?
I definitely can be. We have, again, the planning committee has all of those projects that we're lining up right now. It's very new. It's only been in existence for, we've had like 3 meetings, so maybe like 6 weeks that it's been in existence. We've been working towards this for a long time. So I was also part of the ARPA funds that helped distribute ARPA funds and made sure that all of our communities, and some of the communities, smaller communities, didn't even understand what the funding was for.
Right.
I know New Point, we had to really sit down and explain what that was. So yes, I mean, I do work hard to work throughout the entire county.
Well, I'm talking like the majority of the small places. I'm talking like Alert, Forest Hill, Bernie,
Let's.
So are you talking like on a parks level or
No,
on
I'm
a,
just talking about somebody going out, telling these people, maybe a group that, you have these rights to go. You have a right to ask for help in a cleaning up situation, such as, well, he just picked that. Okay. I mean, you don't know what you've got unless you've got somebody to tell you. And these towns are dying. I mean, and it's so sad. I just hate
like
it.
we've had that rat issue, right?
Yeah,
Yep, in Clarksburg.
Yeah, and Sandusky, and I don't know. I don't know a lot of the counties up there. I mean, the little places up there. But I just go through Forest Hill and I just want to cry.
Yeah.
Alert, same way. It really bothers me that they don't get any help in doing. You got all this money, and it goes to places up in Greensburg, which I know is needed, but you can't say we're building a pool on county property. That pool on the county property not going to do us any good. Not going to do Alert any good. It kind of perturbs me.
So part of something else that we did with the ARPA funds is we set aside, there's a blight committee now that is a blight committee. So a blight committee is helping with dysfunctional properties, right? Properties that have been disregarded. And so that's something that we're looking at definitely on a countywide basis, is helping with that type of stuff.
Okay. So how do you get in touch with this blight committee?
It's run through the zoning board.
Area plan
Yes.
through Doug
Yes.
Doug who?
Correct.
Westerfeld. And the unincorporated towns are considered county.
Correct.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. And we funded $250,000 towards getting that project started through of ARPA funds.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
And I know that there's funds sitting there that they're trying to decide right now what's the best way, because the ARPA funds have to be used by X number of date. So those funds are kind of up in the air and being determined right
they
now.
want me to come and help them spur some of that? I don't care.
You could definitely make suggestions. Yeah.
I definitely could, because I've got friends down here And I know some of the families, and I've already talked to some of the families in
Mhm.
each, Alert, Forest Hill, Let's. I didn't talk to anybody in Sardinia, but I got planned. But anyway.
Well, get
I've
them
already-
together and bring them here and I'll talk to them too and see what kind of resources. I'm happy to do that. I would love to do that. You know, I've given my phone number out for 7 years and I've never gotten a single call.
Well, I've got your number.
You got it written down?
I've got it written
Okay.
But.
Be
you know,
careful what you ask for.
I come from a small community in Kentucky, and I know what had to happen there to bring that up. And Spencer, he's from a small town, London, Kentucky, that's where he's from, got a lot of help. And if these people, they don't know, and nobody's going to be out there to help them talk, to find out, you got to really, you know,
Yeah, bring them together. I'd love to sit down and talk to them.
okay, I can do that.
Yep.
Any questions for Deanna? Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you
Thank
coming.
I appreciate it.
Oh, you're very
I
welcome.
don't mean to sound mean.
No, you're
I'm
fine.
just, I'm concerned about these small communities.
I'd rather someone talk and help it be known, right? So that's
Yeah.
great. No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You can't do anything about it if you don't know about it. That's for sure. Okay. Anybody else from the floor? This is your time. Nothing else? What time is it? Hey, we're not doing too bad. Not quite an hour. Okay, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second, please? All those in favor of adjourning signify by saying aye, please. Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Brian.